So, Drew, I reached out to you regarding Organifi products first and foremost to test them. I've seen loads of so-called organic products out there, but most of them are produced under the guise of bogus organic certifications. Because my sense of you is that you stood to lose too much by misleading people, I had to test the product for myself. I knew, okay, my sense of Drew is he's not a con artist. He's not going to play games with people. And I started seeing your ads all over the place, and I thought, okay, he's really up to something, and it's obviously selling well, or he wouldn't be able to afford to do all this advertising. I better test this because I'd love to find something that I like that I can recommend. Because as you know, a lot of people are just so busy they don't even really take time to eat properly, or look at the kids who's living out of microwave ovens. And I thought, wow, if I can find something that is easy to use and is high quality, then it would be a great gift to people. So that's what led me to testing your products. And I shared them with my family and friends and a lot of my elite athlete clients, and I got nothing but positive feedback.
Yes.
And as I shared with you earlier, even though I have food intolerances to several of the ingredients, I had to test them and see, how to. I'm very sensitive to the energy of foods, the flavor. I can tell where they're farmed, how they're farmed. If I eat a piece of meat, I know whether it's organic or not, regardless what's on the package. But I found them to be really nutritious. I had a real sense of, when you eat something truly nutritious, your body relaxes. It's like your body gets happy. And I remember the first time Penny was standing right there with me on the first one of your drink mixes I took and drank it. And I went, all right, this is the real deal. I'm like, I got to talk to Drew about this. And I tested several, and I took them home to Angie, and she, she's a mother with 2 little kids and breastfeeding, and she loved it. Penny loved it. So I'm giving your stuff as Christmas gifts to people. And,
love it.
I just really was impressed. And
thank you.
I know using organic source materials has to really increase your base costs significantly. Could you share your motivation to use certified organic ingredients
Absolutely
in your Organifi products? Because I know it's really not easy to get real organic stuff. And the first thing I did when I thought, okay, I want to see if Drew's interested in sponsoring the podcast, but before I do, I got to make sure it's real organic stuff. And your staff sent me, I think, 14 organic certifications.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, because every other company that I've done that with won't share their organic certifications, which as soon as that happens, a good example is Juice Plus was after me for years, just hounding me. They would call me. And it got to the point where they had a PhD researcher that worked for them call me. And that PhD researcher could not answer my questions, skirted around them. And when I asked for their organic certifications, they said it's proprietary information. I said, that is absolutely ridiculous. Why would you want to keep secret what makes your food source clean and nutritious? So I would never, ever do it because they wouldn't give me the info. So, when you look at the cost of it, when you look at the need to stay on top of the cleanliness of it, it's a lot of work for you. So what led to you making Organifi and choosing to go the hard route to produce a good product?
First of all, Paul, thank you for all the work that you do and the respect that you've cultivated throughout time with the people that follow you, the people that are devoted to your mission and your movement. I know that they're at the highest level of education, and they're at the highest level of what can I put in this life vessel, this human vehicle, in this lifetime to get the most out of it.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So thank you for that. And it is a lot more.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in starting a superfood company, don't do it half-ass.
No.
You got to go all the way. You have to be fully committed. And in being fully committed, there's arduous testing.
There is. And if you don't do it right, then there's no super in the food.
Yeah, there's no super in the food. In fact, it can be very damaging.
Exactly.
Right? So first, we started with the premise that we need to make something that's better than anything in the market.
Yep.
Not only is it tested when it comes in, it's tested when it's blended, it's tested after it's blended, organic. And we're making sure. We just got the glyphosate label, which is awesome too, because that's the big thing now.
Yes.
It's non-GMO certified, which was another hassle.
Yes.
We're NSF certified as well. And we do all the testing to make sure we're getting the very best. Not only that, we're choosing ingredients that have their own clinical trials.
That's great. Yeah.
More often than not, like the ingredients we choose, there has to be at least one core ingredient that is showing clinical results and evidence to impact the human biology.
Such as lion's mane.
Yeah. Talk about lion's mane.
Cordyceps and
NGF, nerve growth factor, increasing that, helping with dementia. The coffee berry extract we use increases BDNF by up to 129% in clinical trials.
What's BDNF?
Brain-derived nootropic factor.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So they say that, and if you're listening to this, for the longest time, the belief was you can't grow new brain cells.
Yeah, of course.
But there's certain things that you can eat and consume, superfoods that can do it. And there's other things you can do as well that help with that. So starting with that premise that we're committed to the highest level of integrity with the superfoods that we create.
Yeah.
And when you said that you were looking at the ingredients, I just saw you as the shaman that you are, remote viewing all the crops and like making sure the people are taken care of, making sure there's solar power, making sure it's sustainable, making sure the water is vortexed.
Well, the thing for me is I have a deep understanding of the concept of karma. And, I tell my students, love is a boomerang. Whatever you put out will come home to you.
Yeah.
And for me to promote something on the podcast, I have to know that I'm actually enhancing a person's life. I don't give a fuck how much money you offer me. You could offer me $10 billion and I would rather not have the money, but be able to go to sleep at night knowing, I tell people when you die, you get to experience the truth of yourself, but you get to be on the receptive end of yourself. And as a medicine man and spirit guide, I've worked with people in the death process. I've had many shamanic experiences where I've asked to experience death. And I have a visceral experience of what that entails. And, for me, I have to be congruent, because in order for me to do my work, anytime I'm not congruent, it creates a layer of illusion. And I don't want layers of illusion inside of myself. So, it took me a long time to find something that I could get behind. And strangely enough, it turned out to be you, a guy that used to be in, the gym in La Jolla and who I ran into over these years. I'm like, holy shit, man, how strange is the world?
Yeah. And it's been an amazing ride. Organifi has been around for 5 years.
Yeah.
So we started with the green juice, and we only worked on that for like 14 months.
So you got your kind of your skills built on that one. Yeah.
My business was at the time very much organic in nature, where we were getting organic traffic for Fit Life TV, about 16 million hits a month.
That's a lot.
And we were selling information.
Yes.
Right. Teaching people how to juice, how to make smoothies, different plant-based alchemy. And the business, we were losing about 30 grand the first month. And for 9 months straight, I kept losing money over and over and over. 50 grand a month at the end of it. All in all, about 550 grand I lost in 9 months.
Yeah.
And then the field goal, was the Organifi.
Right.
Placed my first purchase order of 3,000 units with the team. We had 5 people on the team back then. And I just said, God, if this is it, make a miracle happen.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks later, we launched Organifi, and we sold out 5 times of the green juice. We went from ordering 3,000 units to 100,000 units. We've now, that one SKU, that one product, 2 million people have purchased.
So this is with all these products.
Yeah.
And all this source material, this is a massive amount of product coming in. How do you have a warehouse, or how do you do it? Or does someone do the formulations for you once you give them the recipes, or how do you handle all that?
So you never want to put all your eggs in one basket.
No.
So you need multiple formulators.
Yeah.
Because you don't want everybody holding the cards to what tastes great.
Yeah.
You want them to be artists.
Yes.
You want them to be alchemists.
Yes.
You want them to understand Mother Nature and her principles of alchemic mixes and whatnot. And then also manufacturing.
Yeah.
You got to have multiple manufacturing warehouses.
Yeah.
You have to have multiple distribution centers.
Otherwise you can just get broken if one goes down.
And you're competing with Amazon. So now it's day shipping, like 30-minute shipping with drones flying into your house.
Crazy
like,
stuff.
You're competing against that.
Wow.
So now the operation has expanded so much where prices go up.
Yes.
And when you're dealing with organic, it's generally 30 to 40% more when we're talking superfoods.
Yes.
So you can't get by at selling it for 30 or 40 bucks because the value is in the ingredients.
It is.
It's in the way that the food is treated. It's in the way that, even the farms.
But the thing is, I tell people all the time, because so many people get fixated on the price because our culture shops for food like they shop for gas.
Yes.
I say that's because you guys think food is nothing but energy, but you're missing one of the most important ingredients, and that's called information.
Mm-hmm.
Real food has information that helps direct your physiology, helps your cells have the resources to heal. If you buy cheap food, you're buying food that's confused, that's chemically poisoned, and it disinforms your body. It creates chaos in your body, and you actually save money on food that you end up spending on doctors and therapists and pills and, treatment centers and all that. But the other thing is when you're spending money on certified organic food, your money is going back into the earth. It's actually circulating and supporting the planet. And I think, there is no better thing to invest in than the soil, because it's the future of our children. It's the future of all of us. You are what you eat.
Yes.
And you are what you don't excrete.
Yeah. What you absorb.
If you're filling yourself full of toxins that your body can't get rid of, they're going to poison you and cause all kinds of problems. If you're filling yourself full of food that doesn't have nutrition, most people don't realize it costs them more resources, more energy, and more nutrition to run junk food from mouth to anus than the food provides. So every meal, it's like you're using a credit card, but if you don't pay the debt back, it shows up, the debt collector, the mafia shows up as illness and disease and says, here's your payback.
Which is running rampant now.
It is.
Disease
Seriously.
is up, heart disease is up.
Unbelievable.
Cancer is up.
Everywhere. Psychological problems, depression, anxiety, suicide. It's like we're watching the whole thing spin down.
Zombies.
Yeah.
It's a real world zombie apocalypse. I walk in the airport.
Yeah.
People are like this, head down on their phones. They're not communicating with other people. I think one of the big side effects of fueling your body with nutrition that's organic, that's powerful superfoods, is you become vastly more aware of who you are and how you make other people feel.
Yeah.
I tell my employees all the time, I'm like, we're not serving food, guys. This is liquid light.
It is.
And if you look at ashwagandha, you look at some of these ancient Ayurvedic herbs and superfoods that we use, you'll see that the biophotons in the DNA actually shift for your light body. So you're literally becoming more aware. I think one of the greatest works that I have in front of me is changing somebody's blood. Yeah. And there's nothing more cosmic than that.